Isla Fisher, the charismatic and versatile actress known for her captivating performances in films like Now You See Me, has always been a figure of grace and resilience in the entertainment world. At 49 years old, she finds herself navigating uncharted waters following the end of her long-standing marriage to Sacha Baron Cohen, the 54-year-old comedian and actor renowned for his bold satirical roles. This transition marks not just the dissolution of a partnership that lasted over a decade but also the dawn of a profoundly personal reinvention. In a heartfelt reflection shared through an intimate interview, Fisher opens up about the emotional layers of settling into single life, the quiet joys of rediscovering solitude, and the rewarding challenges of rebuilding from the ground up. Her words paint a vivid picture of a woman who, after years of blending her identity with family and career, is now crafting a space that is unequivocally her own. The journey began with a simple yet poignant moment, the arrival of her furnishings in her new London home. As boxes and belongings trickled in, transforming an empty space into a sanctuary, Fisher experienced a wave of raw emotion. "When it all arrived, I did have a bit of a cry because this was my first time as a single woman, being in a home of my own," she confessed. This admission reveals the depth of vulnerability that accompanies such a milestone. For someone who has spent much of her adult life entwined in the rhythms of a shared household, raising 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son, while shielding them from the relentless glare of public scrutiny, this was no mere relocation. It was a symbolic severing and a tender beginning. The tears, far from being a sign of defeat, were a release, an acknowledgement of the grief intertwined with growth. Fisher's home, nestled in the vibrant yet understated charm of London, becomes more than walls and decor. It is a canvas for her evolving self. Fisher and Baron Cohen's union, formalized in 2010 after years of a private courtship, was one built on mutual respect and shared adventures. They announced their separation in 2023, a decision that unfolded with the dignity befitting 2 individuals who had navigated the complexities of fame together. Their joint statement encapsulated this ethos: "We are proud of all we've achieved together and, continuing our great respect for each other, we remain friends and committed to co-parenting our wonderful children." This commitment to amicable co-parenting underscores a mature approach to divorce, one that prioritizes the well-being of their young family over any lingering discord. The children, carefully kept from the media's invasive lens, remain the anchor in this new dynamic. Fisher's reflections highlight how parenthood continues to shape her choices, even as she steps into independence. The home she is furnishing is not just for her. It is a safe haven where her children can visit, laugh, and feel the continuity of love amidst change. Delving deeper into the emotional terrain, Fisher describes the process of trying to create a new life from a grassroots level, at least emotionally, as both challenging and deeply rewarding. This phrase evokes the image of a gardener tending to fresh soil, patient, deliberate, and hopeful. The challenges are manifold: the solitude that echoes in quiet evenings, the recalibration of daily routines once synchronized with a partner's, and the subtle ache of memories that linger in unexpected places. Yet, it is in these very struggles that Fisher finds profound reward. She speaks of fulfillment not as a distant goal but as a present reality, blooming from small acts of self-nurture. "I'm enjoying this new version of my life," she affirms, her tone laced with quiet triumph. This enjoyment manifests in simple sensory pleasures that ground her in the moment: drawing a warm bath, the steam rising like a veil of comfort; igniting candles whose flickering light dances across the room, casting away shadows of doubt; curling up with a laptop to immerse herself in a Netflix series, the glow of the screen a companion in the hush of night. "That's as exciting as it gets," she adds with a wry smile in her words, underscoring a shift from high-octane social whirlwinds to the serene thrill of introspection. This pivot from partying, once a hallmark of her vibrant social life, to these intimate rituals speaks volumes about her maturation and priorities. In her previous chapter, the home was a bustling nexus of family life, filled with the chaos and joy of raising children alongside a spouse. Parties might have been a way to unwind from the demands of Hollywood schedules and parental duties, a burst of energy to counterbalance the routine. Now in this new version, excitement is redefined. It is the luxury of deciding her evening's entertainment without consultation, the freedom to linger in the bath until the water cools, or to let a story unfold on screen without interruption. These moments are not escapist; they are restorative, threads in the tapestry of a life she is weaving anew. Fisher's embrace of this simplicity challenges the cultural narrative that equates fulfillment with grandeur. Instead, she champions the power of the personal, the quiet revolution of choosing oneself. Looking ahead, Fisher expresses a palpable excitement for what lies beyond this transitional phase. In another candid conversation, she elaborated on her refocus. "I'm really excited for the next chapter. I'm refocusing on my career because previously I was very much focused on my kids." This redirection is a testament to her multifaceted identity. As an actress, Fisher has delighted audiences with her quick wit and magnetic presence, from the heist-laden thrills of Now You See Me to more introspective roles that showcase her dramatic range. Yet, motherhood had understandably taken precedence, a deliberate choice that enriched her but also paused her professional ascent. Now, with her children growing and the family structure evolving, she is reclaiming that space. This refocus is not a rejection of family but an expansion, an opportunity to model balance for her kids, showing them that a woman's worth transcends any single role. The transition, however, is not without its hurdles. Fisher candidly addresses the internal work required. "I'm trying to remind myself of my new identity as somebody outside of a partnership and to stay as buoyant as possible." Buoyancy, that ability to float amid waves of uncertainty, is a skill honed through intention. Change, she notes, is inherently hard to adapt to, a universal truth that resonates deeply. The dissolution of a marriage, especially one as enduring as hers, involves grieving not just the relationship but the future once envisioned. Dreams of shared holidays, collaborative parenting milestones, and quiet companionship must be mourned to make room for new visions. Yet, Fisher's optimism shines through. "But hopefully I'm doing an okay job." This self-compassionate assessment is a beacon for others in similar straits, reminding us that progress is not perfection but persistence.